we don't go through an RFQ process, and therefore we don't entail that extra expense. And I just wondered why, for this particular type of project, we do an RFQ rather than the staff solicit bids directly.
Yeah, again, we're going to solicit for quotes. So an RFQ would be a request for qualifications.
Okay.
Typically, as you're talking.
Please excuse my improper use of acronyms, but I think my question's clear.
I want to make sure that we're saying the same thing so that it is clear. So that as we go through this is a little bit, when you purchase, let's say a Ford F-150, it's pretty straightforward what you're getting. With this, as far as getting a project manual, making sure, so we'll make sure that things like asbestos testing are going to be on the contractor versus something that's Lebanon Utility has to do. So there's a little, and then we're going to outline how it actually gets taken down, where it needs to be disposed of, how the site gets returned to grade. It's a little bit more than just a simple, quick project, I guess.
Thank you.
Yep.
Other questions? Questions or comments from the public? All right. Do we have a motion?
A motion to approve BF&S to advertise for the RFP for the demolition work at 407 East 4th Street.
Second.
I do have one more question. How is this budgeted?
So the BF&S's help for this will just come out of our on-call as needed.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. That's all.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I will say that house is quite the eyesore because of the fires that occurred. So this is actually a very good thing.
It'll look good when we're done.
All right, back to Ryan. Edwards Drive Lift Station Rehab.
Yes, so this is for the approval of Edwards Drive Lift Station design agreement with BF&S, and I believe I did not bring it. So this is the lift station right by Ken's Foods and New Cold on Edwards Drive. If you'll remember, a couple of years ago, we upgraded the Business Park lift station. We need to upgrade this lift station now. This was actually in the budget last year, but upon evaluating the area, upgrading the lift station would not do us much benefit because we had a conveyance issue. Once we upgraded, being able to take more flow wouldn't do us any good because we couldn't convey it to the new Business Park lift station. So this design agreement will include a force main also with that. So we'll upgrade the lift station, rehab that lift station, but also improve the conveyance to the Business Park lift station. And so this is a budgeted item, and this is for the approval of the design agreement with BF&S, an amount not to exceed $226,400. I can answer any questions on that.
Questions later. This is, again, this will just be for the design. We'll have a different request come forward for the capital dollars to execute this project. How long will that design take, John? The design, this couple months?
I would say next week, probably.
Yeah, should be a couple of months. We did a pretty extensive study on what needs to be done, but we'll have to do survey and then kind of a couple months. We also have permitting included in there. Do want to note it's not just design; it is also construction inspection is also included in there into that total amount.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Questions or comments from the public? I see none. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the design agreement with BF&S for the Edwards Drive lift station rehabilitation for an amount not to exceed $226,400.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the Edwards Drive lift station rehab. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here.
Thanks, everyone.
Sam, coming up, talking about land acquisition for our electric department.
Hello, everybody. We talked a little bit about this in the working session. We would like to move forward with the process of this project. It's our south substation. And moving forward would entail us acquiring land for the substation. So we opened bids for the switches and the transformers at the last meeting, the previous meeting. We'd like to move forward and select a site. And in this process, we'd like to have BF&S evaluate a few of the sites that we kind of dog-eared as potential sites for this south substation that is going to be integral to feeding the south side of town. Some redundancy would also help us as far as feeding the town as well. So this entire project hinges on where we're going to put it. We do have a couple ideas that we'd like to get started, but we're asking BF&S to help us with that and acquiring that land. So.
And substation will also be needed if Waterford develops.
Correct. Yes. For the proposed Waterford development, it would be crucial for that, as well as anything that's going on south of town. Currently, we do have a few manufacturers who are looking south of town, and that part would also help us get three-phase out, several three-phase, new three-phase lines. So development in the future would have that capability as well. So.
Other questions from the board? Any questions or comments from the public? I hear none. Do I hear a motion?
A motion to approve Butler, Fairman, Cipher to provide land acquisition assistance for the proposed Southside Substation project in the amount not to exceed $34,700.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to pursue land acquisition for an electric substation. All those in favor?
All right.
Motion passes. Back up to Sam again. Now we have a bore request for the south side of town.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. We have this comes from the line 14 in the capital budget. It's our overhead transfer to underground that feeds the business park. So it feeds from Ransdale Road to Mount Zion Road and goes under. We're trying to take that from overhead construction to underground. So basically, this bid, we sought out bids from Daystar Drilling and Barriott, and then we sought out a bid from a third smaller contractor to try and cover our grounds there. Daystar provided us with two bids, and Barriott provided us with one. It was not really close if you look, and I think that we feel comfortable with Barriott going forward as well. They've done a lot of work for us. They just did Hickory Junction Phase 2 for us and did pretty good work out there. They were done under budget and under the timeline that they said that they would be, and they've done really good work for us on that part of it. So we feel comfortable going ahead asking to award the bid to Barriott for the amount not to exceed $21,336.50.
The difference between the bids was fairly shocking when looking at them, Sam. What's our confidence level in this?
It's still pretty confident. So talking with the Barriott guys, they felt like they could do some of this at night, which would alleviate some traffic on 65. I believe Daystar was planning on doing it during the day. They needed some traffic monitoring as well. So I feel fairly confident that we'll be okay when it comes to this.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when I was looking at the quotes, that there was a substantial amount in
Yes.
the other one for traffic control. So that kind of led me to question, I mean, are you all confident that we're not going to need that level of traffic control?
Yeah, after talking with Barriott, they're actually going to stay further back than what Daystar was comfortable doing when they shot it across the interstate there. So I did reach out after I received the Daystar quotes just to make sure that Barriott would not incur another cost. I was assured that if they were to incur a cost and there was supposed to be something with that, it would not be billed to us. So.
No other questions? Any questions or comments from the public? I see none. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve awarding of the conduit installation under I-65 for the overhead project to Barrett in the amount not to exceed $21,336.50.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the I-65 and Mount Zion Road bore request to be awarded to Barriott. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Keep going, Sam. Keep going.
Okay,
Truck-
all right.
Truck
This-
purchase.
Yes, this next one is for the request to trade in current truck number 28. It's our snowplow truck that we currently use and purchase an F-550 dump truck with a plow as well from Don Hyde's Ford in Fishers. The replacement vehicle is on line 15 in the capital budget and approved in the 10-year vehicle replacement plan. The reason that we are wanting to trade in our current snowplow truck is to get another dump truck as well. It would help to have two dump trucks, one for each crew. Right now, we're having to juggle back and forth when one crew needs a dump truck, the other crew needs a dump truck at the same time. We're having to juggle back and forth. We're taking an apprentice away and having him, instead of being able to work on the same crew, he's having to drive back and forth between sites to help us get our needs. And as projects pick up, like we're starting to see, we're pretty busy right now, and we could use another dump truck in our fleet. On the electric side, and we did price it out. The trade-in value that we got for this is pretty fair as well for the current truck number 28.
How quickly would we receive a truck? Do they have to send out a 550 out to get the dump put on it?
As soon as it's approved, we can trade it in. Probably have it next week. So.
Good. Any other questions from the board?
I'm going to abstain because I'm the city fleet manager. I just don't think the purchasing of vehicles in a 10-year plan is cost effective. So I will abstain.
I have a question. I only see two quotes.
Yes. So the other two quotes or the other two trucks that were capable within a 100-mile radius were far out exceeded our budget of $80,000. With the trade-in and the plow and everything, we are still under budget when it comes to our $80,000 budgeted amount in the current budget on line 15, like I mentioned. So the other two trucks were over $90,000. The reason we narrowed in on this one was because it is also a diesel. The other comparable one, which I think, I can't remember where that one was from off the top of my head. It was another Ford, but it was a gas, and I would like to keep uniformity within our dump trucks, and our other dump truck is a diesel, so that was the other reason. The other truck was also outside of our budget, so it was $82,000 for a quote. So the other two, we would have had to drive a significant amount, and they would have been $90,000 plus.
Thank you.
I think what Aaron's reference would be, though, in the future, even if it's over our budget amount, let's go ahead and include it so we can see the quotes also,
Understandable.
knowing that
They were
we've
also-
applied the process.
They were also crew cabs opposed to a single cab, so that's the other reason they were more expensive. So we did look at others. We feel like with the snowplow and the ability to get into backyards, it gave us enough flexibility within that dump truck that we wanted to go with the single cabs. That's why you only got two single cabs. So. Yep.
So we wanted to compare like for like,
Yeah.
and those are the only two we could find within a reasonable distance. We could find several other ones, like 100 miles, 150 miles away, but it wasn't like for like. They were different kinds of trucks, so it wouldn't be a fair comparison.
Right.
So that's
You
why
wanted to
we
stick
just,
with an F-550.
yeah, that's why we
Okay.
went with the two quotes.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Other questions? Any questions from the public or comment from the public? No? Do I hear a motion?
I'll move to approve the trade-in of truck number 28 with plow for the purchase of a Ford F-550 dump truck and plow from Don Hines Ford for an amount not to exceed $77,195.50.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
One more time, Sam, one more time.
All right, here we go. This one is a little bit of a different request from us. The electric department currently contracts mowing services for our garage over at 1300 West Main. We're requesting the approval to purchase a mower and bring those services in-house. By performing mowing ourselves, we'll eliminate recurring contract expense, gain greater flexibility in our scheduling for mowing, and reduce long-term maintenance costs overall for the building itself. The anticipated savings from discontinuing the mowing contract should pay for itself in about 2 years, roughly a little less than 2 years. And we would be taking the money from the transformer budget, which we have only spent about $60,000 of to date this year. We have $500,000 budgeted for that amount, so we would take the roughly $11,598 to purchase the mower from there. We also looked at several different vendors for mowing. We looked at one in Crawfordsville. We looked at Reynolds Farm Equipment here in town, and then Russo, which is formerly Howard's Lawn and Garden. And we came to determine that with shout out to Caleb Skank, who did the groundwork on that, used to work for the Parks Department, priced out mowers for them for a few years as well. We came to determine that the zero-turn Z-Master 60-inch 4,000 model from Russo, which is, again, formerly Howard's Lawn and Garden, was the best fit for us for this if you determine that we can bring that in-house.
Questions, comments? Questions or comments from the public? If not, you have a motion.
I'll move to approve the purchase of a Toro 60-inch 4,000 from Russo Outdoor Power Plus in the amount not to exceed $11,598.
Second.
Other comments? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are now going to be the proud owners of a Toro lawnmower for the electric department.
Thank you.
All right. Item number 13 on the agenda says South Substation Transformer approval. We are going to table this for a future agenda item. We have a few more details we want to get together before we approve the purchase, or at least getting in line for a transformer. So with that being said, do we have a motion for a table?
Make a motion, we table item 13.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to table our discussion regarding the South Substation Transformer. All those in favor?
Aye.
We shall table it. Last agenda item, next to last. Approval of claims and transfers dated July 8th. I'm assuming folks, if have so chosen, have reviewed. There are rather large numbers for these claims and approval relative to other meetings. 20 million and almost 7 million. Do I hear a motion?
I have a question.
Sure.
Why is it so large? What is the amount so large?
The construction.
Yeah, there's several claims in here for the LEAP construction. I believe one of them alone was over $4 million.
There were quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few of them.
Yeah, with the number of projects we have $1 million to multi-million-dollar claims coming in monthly now from multiple different contractors because of all the different projects we have moving right now.
And most of those are also being paid for by the bond, but because of the process, we still have to bring them through here and get those approved.
They're being paid by the bond.
All of the big construction ones are.
Motion?
I move to approve the claims payroll transfers dated July 8th, 2026 in the amount of $20,469,403.44 for claims and payroll, and $6,897,321.33 for transfer.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve claims and payroll and transfers for today, July 8th, 2026. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Any other business that may come before the board? Do we have reports from Ryan, David? Doesn't look like today. And Andrew/Ed?
I do not have anything today.
All right. In all of our public forums, we do like to appreciate and provide opportunity for the public to comment at the end of our meetings. Is there anyone tonight who would like to comment? Not. Our next board meeting will be 2 weeks from today, Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026 at 5 p.m. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Good.